Huh?
Oh,
what? What is up, people? Welcome back to another half-week horrors. Today we play the Daunting House. Some of you might recall we did in fact look at the demo not too long ago. Initial impressions were that although this isn't necessarily a good game, it is a funny game. However, the full release of this game is actually entirely different to the demo, and I'd honestly consider it to be somewhat of a downgrade. Anyway, let us jump in to the Daunting House. Let's go.
Where have you been? I was worried.
out with Zoya, sir.
Out with Zoya.
Oh boy. Someone's having a good time.
Having a great time. What's going on?
We had a car crash near the shop.
Not really, we had a car crash.
For a mechanic.
Wait, what? Dagshei?
Yes, sir. It's a beautiful village.
Dagshei.
It's an
Shouldn't you be more concerned with the car crash? Didn't even ask if we were okay. I have to say, I've had some contact with the devs since my original video on this game, and they are really nice. I don't want to offend anyone here, but I am going to be honest about this game.
Zoya, did you find
It's got a lot of problems, and throughout the course of this video, I will be splicing in B-roll. There will be full spoilers for the entire game. It's a short game. You can beat it in less than an hour. And yeah, I wanted to like this. Unfortunately, I think it does a number of things wrong, and the demo is actually just so much better.
Now the flowers will grow.
Why have we separated? The story is absolutely nonsensical. You start by this campfire, although allegedly you got into a car crash and you've come to this abandoned village to find a mechanic. Why you would find a mechanic in an abandoned village, I have no idea. Also, you and Zoya, Dr. Zoyaberg, you've separated for whatever reason. That seems like a very stupid thing to do. And we've got our gun out and ready already, although I don't know why. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess. Although, I mean, currently there's no indication that we are in any kind of danger, so we just happen to be armed for the sake of it, I guess. Alright, so we got to explore. We have a cassette. So unfortunately, the first thing this game does that irritates me is it won't allow you to progress to the next area until you have found 3 cassettes. It won't tell you this until you find the gate that you need to open. It doesn't make sense in any capacity why your character would not progress unless you have collected 3 tapes. It's silly, although the tapes serve to give you an exposition dump, which is fine, but the fact that you are forced to collect them, it doesn't even tell you how many you need. It just tells you that you cannot go through this gate until you've got all of the tapes. However many there are. There are 3. But yeah, it's irritating. It's kind of stupid. Let's have a look at the sky for a moment. So we got some rain over there. But not over there. That's kind of creepy. It's only raining over half of the village. Something fucked up really is going on. It rains only over here, but not over here.
As is a common phenomenon in India.
I'll have to take your word for it, as you are.
Yes.
Right, we best collect those tapes. I will be showing off this entire game, because there's a lot to unpack here. On the whole, though, I have to say, the first-person shooter elements of this game are entirely tacked on to give the player something to do outside of collect things and solve puzzles. The combat's not very good or engaging. In fact, the entire game is a bit of a letdown in that sense. I was hoping for something that was so bad it's good. What I got instead is something that is so bad that it is in fact just rather bad, and there isn't much to it. There's a lot of missed potential here. Perhaps they could update things. What I don't understand is why the demo is entirely different. It was never like, you know, advertised as a prologue or anything. They just completely changed it, and it was honestly better. You had an NPC companion, Zoya. She did in fact walk like Dr. Zoidberg, so that's quite funny. There's very little to interact with outside of doors and puzzle elements, and we'll get to puzzles in a bit. I will say the puzzles are fine. There are some that are quite interesting and require you to use your brain, and then there are others that are an absolute waste of time. Like there's a fucking match 2 minigame in this, and just why? Is this a match 2 game?
I used to play this in school with my friends. Back when I was... Yeah.
Back when I was in school with my friends.
Now I have no friends.
Now I'm in school with no friends. We're looking for a mechanic. I'm sure we'll find one in this abandoned village. In fact, have we even seen another automobile? I don't think so. It seems more likely that whoever lives here travels with horse and carriage.
Fucking meow!
So this is where we need to go to progress. I need something to break the chain. Okay, we've missed an item. Yeah, this is the first, like, cardinal sin of this game. It becomes just, not necessarily a key hunt, but, you know, you need certain items to progress, and you need all the tapes. I have to collect all the cassettes to use this. Why?
Oh no, the cassettes.
How do you know how many cassettes there are? You don't. The player character does not know. You don't know what's on those tapes. Could just be garbage. Padding, cassettes. Find all the cassettes.
10 out of 10 game.
There we go. That is the last of the cassettes. I've missed the fucking bolt cutters, though. And we do be needing those. However, let us get some exposition. I don't have much to say about this. It really is going to force you to listen to all 3 tapes. There's got to be another way to deliver exposition to the player without forcing them to sit through all of this dialogue. Like, literally, this slows the pacing to a halt. I am stood here listening to audio logs.
Do you think you could speak up a bit?
When the guy on the cassette was like, I'm being followed by shadows, he wasn't lying. Look, the shadows literally
I know.
spawn in.
Help! I need help. This place is a trap. It's a trap!
Really just said that. Right.
Where's your trap?
Find a hideout. There is something about this place.
Oh, if only we didn't separate in the very beginning.
This is just, excuse my language, this is completely fucked.
Okay, subtitles not
Trouble.
syncing with what is actually being said. Trouble. How does Zoya know about the cassettes? She shouldn't. But this game is called The Daunting House. The titular Daunting House is actually further into the game. A better name for this game would be The Daunting Houses, as there's nothing, like, particularly daunting about the titular house. They're all kind of daunting, I guess. The game is daunting because it demands a lot from you, and it's not very logically consistent. I think it's in here. I'm stuck.
Stop! Why do I always get stuck on that motherfucker?
Oh, come on, game. Here we go. We are making progress. Oh! I never saw one of these guys in my initial playthrough. He had a Hawkeye. Fuck off. What was that? He's close range shot with an arrow, bro.
And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
Good lord. Yeah, I somehow missed all of those enemies in my first playthrough. I think they only spawn in this area here. Something fucky's going on. It's weird. Here we go. We can now leave because we've listened to all the cassettes. That was a very important step. Even though we're here to look for a mechanic. So, right, you cannot go that way. Don't waste your time. This doesn't do a very good job of guiding you naturally through the environment. You can just collide with invisible walls by heading in a direction you weren't supposed to go. Game's not really incentivizing you to explore in any way that makes sense. It's like 3/4 of a door. It's got a garden indoors. That's awesome. There's a train station from the demo. It's just set dressing here. It's not important at all. It's very odd that they switched gears with the direction of this game. And like I've said, I consider this to be a lot worse now. Whereas before it was very funny and entertaining and almost endearing because it was, it was that good Garbo. That very particular brand of good Garbo that is just really entertaining and fun. This is very tedious. And it's a shame. I mean, assuming the devs watch my video, I am sorry. I know you've made a big effort to put together this game. In fact, they went as far as to record their own sound effects. I've never known a project on this scale to go as far as to record their own sound effects. The safer bet is to just use the sound library. It's very odd that they did that. And a sound library would probably yield better results. But hey ho, they've definitely tried here and I respect the hustle. And I have had some fun with this game. I just think it really, really stumbles. Here we go. Daunting House. Ah! Something I want to point out. So we already have a flashlight, right? Otherwise this room would not be illuminated. However, there is one here. Now we have to
not
fix
working.
the flashlight, even though we already have a flashlight. We have to remove batteries.
Found one.
We need batteries for the
Need one
flashlight that we already have. What the fuck is going on here? This is bizarre. Okay, now we have batteries for the flashlight that we already had. What the fuck, game? That's so unusual. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, now we can... I mean, nothing's changed. That is so odd. Fucking hell. Right, here we go.
Jumble words?
Jumble words. Don't you mean jumble collectors?
Jumble characters.
What? Devil. Devil! I can hear an enemy.
Or a piano.
You in here, bud? Hello, mate. Oh, the combat's really not very good. There we go. What, are you going to stand or are you going to crawl? Pick one. There's another one of these. Devil lived.
Not again.
Yeah, you're telling me, bud. Not again. Devil lived. What's the devil got to do with this game? Who the fuck knows? Devil? Devil!
Huh.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
What a mess.
Did you say this is what a mess? It really isn't that bad. There's 2 chairs on the floor. Just say this is what a mess. It really isn't that bad. This guy's got high standards when it comes to cleaning.
I want that toilet bowl so clean I can eat off it! Cause I intend to!
This would be a lot easier without the fucking glare. We have to match the keys to the shapes.
I think you can insert your piano keys here. That's what she said.
A comedian, eh?
Oh,
Fuck.
we somehow fell through it before it actually collapsed. Shit, son. Oh. Let me just insert that handle into my... Doing it with my butt cheeks. Where's the prompt, game? Man, it better not fucking break on me again. Oh, you... What?
Should...
Let me in, fucker.
Button in a drawer. I hope pressing it won't nuke a missile right here.
Oh, clearly. If you find a button in a drawer, it's just gonna fire a nuke directly to your position. Who would build such a thing? Oh. This bookshelf shit gets a little busted if you start spamming the E button. Like so. Whoa! Oh! Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, look at that. Imagine if this is the puzzle.
Bye. Oh, see ya. Off you go. Is this required for a puzzle? Because I've fucked it up if it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I want to see if this works, right? In the final boss fight of this game, you have to use the right mouse button to lock on. It's a target lock of sorts. It's the only way to kill the final boss, and the game does literally nothing to tell you about this mechanic. And I struggled for a very long time. The boss even ran away. It doesn't seem to work on basic enemies, and it is the most obtuse bullshit and ridiculous mechanic I've ever seen in a game. QB roll. Hello?
Oh, no, there's a certain way you have to beat him. Oh!
What are you doing? Why won't you die? Huh?
Oh!
What?
You have to shoot him in the chest. With the rifle, I think it's gone. Do it with the rifle.
What are you doing, bro? Oh, hello.
No!
Alright, Iron Man. Hello, mate. Thanks for waiting. There we go.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh! Headshot.
Where you going? Get him, boys. This is the true ending.
The good ending.
You have an absolutely breathtaking hiney.
Where are you going?
Oh, son of a bitch! You shot me in the ass!
Even the enemies don't want to be in this game. He's like, I'm done. See ya.
And he's gone. Just like my dad. Who left?
Goodbye, friend. It was nice knowing you. And just like that, he was gone. All that remains is a fleeting memory. Sometimes I wonder if I even really knew him at all. All I can say for certain is things have never been the same since. I hope he's happy. I hope he's safe. And I hope to see him again. One day. And where does that leave me? Oh, the boss is gone. He's teleporting mid-attack animation so that he doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like that? What? This is the most fucked broken boss fight of all time.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Is that it?
Is he dead?
We did it!
Is he dead?
What? Epic slow-mo.
That's it. That's the game.
To be continued. Oh, I bloody hope not. That's enough of this game. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's have a look at the Steam page, shall we? You are a paranormal researcher who was accidentally trapped in a village near the foothills of the Himalayas along with his colleague. You have to make a safe escape. Try finding some help in the mysterious place. Good luck. Well, I just want to point out that you're not trapped. I mean, you do get trapped in the Daunting house, but you chose to go in there, right? So your car broke down and you decided to go into this abandoned village. You're not going to find a mechanic there. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. I don't really know what the fuck you were thinking. And on top of that, you then separate and your friend Zoya, well, gets kidnapped or gets stuck or something. It's not very clear about what happens to her. In fact, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's lacking logic. This is so strange, man. They've clearly tried, but I mean, you can try and fail, I suppose. Story of my life. While going towards a not familiar with that word.
Don't know that word, carry on.
The paranormal researchers Via and Zoya get their car crashed at a mysterious location near a village in the foothills of the Himalayas. Right, I didn't realize there were paranormal researchers. I don't think the game ever spells that out to you. That's kind of a problem. With no one around them, they become curious and begin exploring in search of some help, but eventually get trapped in the village's mysterious house, which holds paranormal activities. In the quest to save Zoya, Via fights and resolves the mysteries of the house to make an escape safely. All along, he could have just tried yeeting himself out of a window. That's the first thing I would do. Via fights unimaginable terror and enemies for survival and unravels what's behind this evil force. He does not unravel anything. It ends on a cliffhanger. You'll finish this game with more questions and answers. It's kind of stupid. Solve puzzles, gather resources without falling for the cruel traps as you struggle to survive against the demons of the house. There's no struggle in this game. The combat's brain dead. Kill all the demons and solve the mystery of the house to make a safe escape. Save your partner. But you don't save your partner. It's misleading. I really like the storyline where this guy is looking to save his partner in the game, and he goes through a lot of things, be it puzzles, which are just great and timely, and evenly distributed killer creatures. The team has managed to pull off a very nice play in this one. Evenly distributed killer creatures, meaning they will spawn on you as you do certain things. The combat's not great, is it? This game was a totally okay experience, although I can't really say much more than that. It carries itself well, presenting a nearly deserted town with some strange happenings. One of which very early on is you're hunted by a few rogue humans. There was one, and I missed them altogether when I first played this over Discord. The puzzle aspects in this game, I would say, are slightly simpler than your average horror game, which is a good or bad thing, depending on your viewpoint of that. Yeah, they range from, like, stupidly simple, like a match 2, to, like, pretty basic stuff. I don't really do puzzles. They worked for me for the most part. They were alright. I guess that's the best element of this game, I would say. The puzzles are okay. If you're not too hot on puzzles in horror games, they tick the box. They do okay, I guess. Rooms are generally bare, save for a few random objects, and the forest setting aspect is very monotone, and it's just not very visually appealing. As for the game, it plays okay. Yeah, I mean, graphically, it's weird. It's kind of going for something stylized, but it kind of just doesn't really stick the landing. And also there's very little interaction outside of grabbing ammo and the next thing required for puzzle. The difficulty is generally pretty easy at this time, as the only time I died was when I wasn't paying attention and didn't reload my gun. Yeah, I mean, the enemy AI is just trash. They'll just flail around and run towards you, so if you've played a modern FPS, you won't struggle here. Like I've said earlier, the combat just feels very, very tacked on. Overall, it's a good effort, just slightly below, in my opinion, what I can recommend, especially at $9.99. Yeah, I have to agree, this is slightly overpriced, and it will take you about an hour to clear. It may be a bit longer, but the only thing increasing the runtime in this game is, like, you know, having to collect cassettes, not knowing where the next item is to progress. So I don't think it really justifies the price. So what do I think of the Daunting House? I think overall this game is just not great. I was hoping for something so bad it was good. I got something that is just not very good or remarkable at all. It's not even, like, funny bad. It's kind of just bad in places. The puzzles are okay. I just really feel like It doesn't come together very well. The combat is tacked on and not very fun. The final boss is a fucking joke. Introducing a mechanic like that so late into the game with no explanation is ridiculous. It's buggy. You can get soft locked with ease. Things will bug out on you if you just start mashing keys. This needs a lot of work, I would say. And honestly, what they had in the demo was so much more promising and interesting. Also, the fact that this ends on a cliffhanger, you know, it's sequel bait. Not that I'm eagerly anticipating the sequel, but it feels a little cheap to me. It doesn't really feel like a fully fleshed out game, and it's arguably a bit overpriced. Anyway, that will do it for Half Week Horrors this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Otherwise, bang your heads, and I will see you next time for another Half Week Horrors. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you there. Goodbye. Can I get a Big Mac meal with the extra fries, please?